Guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video with all the Fighting Legend Vegeta event missions out the way now. We can start coming back to some of the backlog content, and one of the videos that I would have done sooner if I wasn't grinding so many attempts on that Otherworld Warriors category mission, and a few others to be fair, but mainly that one. That one is the absolute devil, which once again, apologies, there was no gameplay for the on how I beat that or how to beat it video yesterday. As I said, just wasn't my fault, man. My phone ran out of storage. That's how long I was screen recording for. Like, I had you guys, man. I had you guys. And my phone was just like, nope, I give up. But yeah, we have got the showcase for the newly EZA AGL. Still quite newly EZA AGL. It's still relevant. Peppy Girls Mai, or Waifu Mai. I don't know what you're going to call it. It's just a My Future card, but it's like the specifically like Peppy Girls like waifu version. I'm not gonna lie, she's the only one I have EZA AGL. And a lot of these, the only reason why she's EZA AGL, and I think she's gonna be the only one I do a showcase on, is because even though I do have a pretty decent and healthy Supreme Kai balance, I don't really feel like using them on Peppy Girls units, I'll be completely honest. So she was the only one that was actually SA10'd, so she's probably going to be the only one I actually do a showcase on. So I don't really want to be using my resources on Peppy Girls units. I don't really need to, if I'm being honest. But she's actually one of the better ones. You know, we are going to be running on a future team. With this Trunks, we are getting HP and attack plus 170. The defense is only 130, but we're in a Dokkan event, so it doesn't really matter too much. You know, in terms of how much she can tank. But as I said, she's probably one of the better ones to look at. We've also got the other Mai on the team. For support, we're going to be running her with Trunks and Mai because that's probably one of our best linking partners aside from herself, but unfortunately can't link her to herself. I do want to quickly say that before we hop into the Dokkan event and get this video on the road, recently over the last 2 days the support on the channel has been dope. It's been sick. You guys have been killing it, so thank you so much for that. I appreciate all the support and the kind words. We can keep that going, that would be great. So don't forget, if you're enjoying the content, drop a like. And if you are new, consider hitting that big red subscribe button. It is free after all. If not, then no worries. And yeah, but hopefully you do. Hopefully you do, because a lot of you have been doing that recently. But yeah, let's hop onto a Dokkan event and see what this EZA Waifu Peppy Girls Mai. Can someone tell me in the comments what exactly to call her? So I don't know. I just call her Mai, but it's just a different version. You know what I mean? But let's see what she can do. Okay, guys. So here we are. She's not on main rotation. She is actually... Perfectly enough, she is actually on rotation with the Trunks of Mai immediately. She's also on rotation with the support Mai as well. Or the Mai that at least gives support. So looks like we might be one and done. No, I'm just joking. But that is nice the fact that it's already set up for us. Takes some time away from trying to actually build up the rotation. And it's already prepped. But yeah, I do have to say she's probably one of the better Peppy Girls units. Or Peppy Girls EZAs. In terms of a leader skill, you know, just kind of go through what she does. Probably not going to be unit used for your leader skill unless you're probably newer to the game and missing, to be fair, quite a lot of units, if I'm being honest. AGL and int types, key +3, HP and attack and defense plus 90%. Such an old kind of worked passive. 2 types. Literally, forget everything else in the game. With only 2 types. Literally. Such an old passive. But let's kind of line her up. The only links she's missing is Battlefield Diva, which of course she'll get from Peppy Girls units, which is literally only a key link by, I'm pretty sure, key +1. No, key +2 and Shatter the Limit is key +2 as well, so they're just key links, so I mean, it's not overly important. But other than that, we do have the rest of our links active in Brainiacs, which is attack and defense plus 10%. Cold Judgment, which is actually a really good link. It's not a common link, like among good units, but such a good link to get an extra 20% defense, especially on harder events. Solid support, attack plus 10% and all enemies minus 15% defense, and Dismal Future, which is also a key link as well. Then a 203k attack stat and 125k with support. Considering she's only, I think, 1 dupe? Yeah, 1 dupe. She's 69%. No, get your mind out the car. She is 69% in the dupe system, so she's only got 1 dupe. And on support, she has over a 200k attack stat and 120k defense. That's pretty good. That is pretty good, considering this is... I don't want to be fair, we're going to see what she can tank here. To be fair, I was going to go in a Dokkan event, but I just decided to go in the Goku event instead. She's on a 1.6 mil attack stat. Let's not forget, she does greatly raise attack and defense on Super. for 1 turn, which is by 50%. And also, she causes supreme damage to enemy with a great chance of stunning. We won't see that here. But as an SBR and ESBR unit, as just like a utility unit, she's actually really nice. Just immediately, the fact that she can stun for 2 turns with a 70% chance is massive. You know, you just have her as a floater. Because she is primarily a support unit anyway, you know, as I said, you just have her as a floater, just constantly, more often than not, you know, at 70% chance. I mean, we've seen UI Goku with a 70% chance to evade. He pretty much dodges like he has like more than 70% chance. I think we can all agree. So more often than not, she'll be stunning for you. So that's actually really nice to have again, as like an SBR and ESBR. In terms of passive attack and defense plus 100%, which again, for us, not even a side banner unit. For a Peppy Girls unit, which is literally just a non-featured SSR that you can pick up, that's not bad. That's actually quite nice. She gives all allies key +3, which is good. AGL types get attack and defense plus 20%, which is very specific. Again, that's quite kind of like, it's very reminiscent of like older units, but she's specifically an AGL lead, not AGL lead, but she is, but an AGL support, given it, I said, attack and defense plus 20%. She's also a Peppy Girls support. So if you haven't done, you know, your Peppy Girls SBR, ESBR, probably a very good unit to bring, considering again she has a 70% chance to stun, greatly raised attack and defense on super. She supports Peppy Girls units. If you have like LRK and Khalifa, for example, she can also support them with the AGL support. She's a very nice unit. So without the support, she has 175k attacks and 108k defense. That's actually really good. Again, she's not a side banner unit. She's obviously not a Dokkan Fest. She's literally just a non-featured SSR you can pick up in your summons. And she has almost a 200k attack stat with no support. With a 1.7 million attack stat on super. It's actually pretty good. You know, it's not going to be insane amounts of damage that we used to with Dokkan Fest LRs, you know, normal pullable LRs, non-featured LRs. You know, it's not going to be anything ridiculous like that. But for just a side unit EZA, she's actually really good. And she's actually a fantastic support. As I said, she's a Peppy Girls support, given attack and defense plus 30% and a chance of performing a critical hit plus 15%. So she has built-in crit. She has a 15% built-in crit, while again, she's not going to be doing ridiculous amounts of damage. But a built-in crit with a bit of extra damage on like a harder event, again, SBR, ESBR, maybe even Goku event, it's actually quite nice to have. You probably wouldn't run her in Goku event because you can't really fully use her to her full capabilities, but in SBR and ESBR, you know, having a built-in crit, it's actually quite nice, especially if you don't have dupes. And not to mention one of the best mechanics in the entire game she has. So again, if you haven't done your Peppy Girls SBR run, ESBR run, maybe you're going to bring her on a future team or a Time Travelers team purely for the support, or the potential support. And also the stunning in SBR and ESBR. Also, as I said, one of the best mechanics in the game, which is the fact she can foresee enemy super attack. That immediately raises her value right up. Right up. That is such a great mechanic to have. Again, she's going to be... Again, if you haven't done SBR or Peppy Girls SBR, ESBR, you have this Mai and you're going to use her, she's going to be very crucial to your run. Supporting the Peppy Girls lead. Decent damage, you know, granted, considering what type of unit she is, like a side EZA. It's definitely not a side chick, definitely not a side her, like that's disrespectful, but it's, you know, a side kind of side unit. Not bad damage output, built-in crit, Peppy Girl support, and she foresees enemy super attack, which is one of the best mechanics in the game to have in harder events. Granted, you do have to have 50% HP or less, which it's not bad, but it's not the worst. Just like the HP condition at 50%, it's kind of in the middle. It's 50-50. It's not bad, but it's definitely not the best, and it's definitely not the worst. But she's a very good unit. As I said, she is a huge boost to Peppy Girls, the Peppy Girls category. And as I said, just to reiterate, if you haven't done Peppy Girls SBR, ESBR because you haven't had some of the better units like the Kale and Khalifa units, the Dokkan Fest Kale and Khalifa units, the LRK and Khalifa, you know, etc, etc. She is a very good option to have on the team, even if you do have them. Again, Peppy Girl support, decent damage, built-in crit by 15%, foresees enemy super attack. 70% chance to stun as well. She's a very good addition to Peppy Girls, a very good unit. And we've seen her links, but she kind of has the typical Battlefield Diva link, which is only a key link. Brainiac's Cold Judgment, which is again a nice link, not most common unit, like it's not the most common link with good units, but it's a nice link with 20% defense, solid support, Dismal Future, Shattering the Limit. But considering Battlefield Diva and Shattering the Limit are key links, I don't think you would struggle for key with her either. But I have to say, she is a pretty nice unit, and there's kind of nothing else to show from her. So if we don't actually make it through this turn and we die, I don't really mind. There's no point wasting an item on this. In terms of the category, she's actually on a few categories as well. She's actually tanking for double digits on a basic. Granted, we're not too deep in the Goku event, but she does have type disadvantage. So if you super attack first with her, then take a hit, she's actually tanking quite well with the attack and defense plus 100%, and then attack and defense plus 50% on super. So she would actually be tanking quite well. Granted, considering the type of unit she is. But she's on Peppy Girls, of course. As I said, a huge addition to Peppy Girls, an amazing addition. Future Saga she'll be useful for, again, especially for SBR and ESBR. You know, just for the fact she has 70% chance to stun in the first place. Makes her a huge asset, again, especially if you are missing a few units. She could easily slot in there as a floater and support like AGL units. And again, foreseeing enemy super attack, which is one of the best mechanics in the game. Time Travelers, just the same. She's on Revenge, Earthlings, Battle of Wits, Connected Hope. She's on some pretty good categories. And I said, any SBR and ESBR mission where you're missing some units, as long as you play your items right, you're quite careful with how many attacks she's taken. She should be good to slot on quite a few SBR and potentially ESBR teams if you are careful using her. But she is definitely a great addition to Peppy Girls, especially in a Peppy Girl support, having 70% chance to stun and the force the enemy super attack. I said this is going to be only Peppy Girls EZA I do, just because I don't really want to be using Kais on these units, because other than that, I won't be using them apart from literal showcases, so it's not really worth it in my opinion. But Mai was already SA10, so with the Kais you get anyway, wasn't really losing out. But let me know what you think about that in the comments. Let me know what you think about some of the other Peppy Girls EZAs. Once again, thank you for the support. I'm also still considering uploading some of my old Dokkan videos from my main channel over here. So again, if that is something you want to see, do let me know down in the comments, and I'll feel more inclined to do so if that's something you definitely want to see. Well, I'll see you next video, guys, and peace.